Good morning all, and welcome to this lecture of electronics in which we were studying thyristors, right? So we have completed almost all types of thyristors starting from SCR, RAC, and today we are going to continue with DIAC and UJT. So let me start with that. Let me share my screen. Yeah, I guess my screen is visible to you. Okay, so my screen is visible to you. So today we are going to study the TRAC and the DIAC. And the track is similar. Yesterday we have talked about that SCR. So we are having two SCRs connected back to back, and we call it as a track. Because SCR works only in one direction, so we are using track to be worked on in an AC. Okay, so that is why we call it as tri AC. So it is going to conduct in both directions, positive as well as negative half cycle. Okay, so that is the main use of a track, and we use this track daily at our fan regulators, right? So if you have a small moving type of a regulator at your homes, which is smooth, which is not like that 1, 2, 3, 4 like. So that is actually employing the track inside it. Okay, so we are using track by default. So let us start with this. So what is a track? Yesterday we have studied this. The major drawback of an SCR is that it can conduct only in one direction, right? So the major drawback of an SCR is that it can only work in one direction, that is in positive half cycle or negative half cycle only. So it's very difficult to provide it with an AC voltage, right? So that's why in AC systems it is often desirable to control both positive as well as negative half cycle. I will show you that, right? So for this purpose, a track is used. Now, if you see this, we are having a track. We have connected this in a.
पेपर दे वहां से इसका भैया मोबाइल चाहिए का
We are having an AC signal. Please
धर
unmute. Someone is talking. Uh, so we are having an
दे
AC
दे
signal
भैया पापा ने
applied
फोन
to the
लगा
track. We are having a load resistance.
नो नो
A
नो
load
नो नो
resistance over here. Manish. Okay. So we are having a load resistance over here, which we call it as RL, right? So we have connected an AC signal. So what is an AC signal actually? Which is having both half cycles. This is a positive half cycle, which I'm showing over here, and this is a negative half cycle. Okay. So this positive half cycle. So our SCR works only in one half cycle. So either it might be positive or it might be negative. Okay. So to work this in both the direction, both AC signals, we can use track because track is connected back to back. Let us see that. So what is a track? So we are having a triode for alternating current. So track is a three-terminal, again, five-layer semiconductor switching device that can control flow of current of an AC load, right? So we are supplying a AC current to it, and it is having three terminals which are designated as main terminal 1, MT1, MT2, and the gate, right? So we are not calling it as anode or cathode because if you are able to see, we are connecting two SCRs which are connected back to back. So one of the SCR is going to conduct in one of the half cycles, whether it is a positive or with negative, right? And the anode of this is connected to the cathode of the other one and are joined together to have this terminal which we are calling it as MT2, main terminal 2. Similar, the cathode of this terminal and the anode of this SCR are being joined together and we are calling it as MT1. The gates of both the SCRs are made common, and the common terminal is taken out and is called as the gate. The basic construction is like this. So we are having this five-layer construction. In SCR, we were having four-layer PN, right? Here we are having five layers. So for that, we require this. So we have constructed and track like this. So in all, we are having these layers, which we call it as the track. And the symbol of track is like this. So in both the direction, the current is going to flow. So the arrows are shown in both the directions, right? This is MT1, MT2, and MT1. I guess you have understood this circuit. I was missing this circuit yesterday. So I've done this. So this is the track circuit. Then the track packages. These are some of the track packages which are available in the market since it is being used in high power and high voltages. So we are supposed to have these types of insulation and lamination. This is also we are having say the temperature sensor over here, so that we can evaporate the temperature since it gets heated, since we are working it on very high voltage and current. So we call it as a heat sink, right? So which is going to sink the heat, which is going to evaporate the heat generated by this track. So this is one model, and this is the model which we use in our labs. We call it as the three-terminal track device, and this is the smallest version, and it can be used for general purpose, right? So this is the some of the packages which I need to show you, track packages, and now the track. How it works. So following point may be noted about the track. The track can conduct current with proper gauge current regardless of the polarity of the main terminal. So it will work in both the direction, half cycle as well as positive half cycle as well as negative half cycle. The track can be turned on either with a positive or negative voltage at the gate terminal. A track can be turned on either, so we can have either positive or negative voltage at the gate terminal also. Still, it will work since one of the SCR are expected to work, right? So that is why we are giving any of the gate voltage positive or negative. The one of the SCR is going to work. They like the SCR. Once the track is fired into conduction, the gate loses its all control. The track can be turned off by reducing the circuit current to the value of holding current. So again, the problem drawback of a SCR, if it is turned on, then it's very difficult to switch it off, right? So the same condition is applied to this track also, because track is nothing but SCR only, which we are having two SCRs. They are connected back to back, nothing else. Okay, so the track can be turned off by reducing the circuit current to the value of holding current. That is what we have seen in the last class. The main disadvantage of tracks of SCRs is that tracks have considerably lower current handling capability. Most tracks are available in ratings of less than 40 ampere at voltages up to 600 volts. So as you remember, in yesterday's class, I have told you it was working in the range of say 1.5 kilo ampere current and say 100 kilovolts. So that much of voltage and current is being sustained by SCR. Now, in this case, the track is having that drawback that it is not able to conduct work at that high potential or that high current, but it can have that current capacity of around 40 amperes and say 600 volts. Okay, so this is the only drawback that track is having. So in our homes, we can use this track very extensively. What is the track operation? And remember this. This is what this the circuit diagram. Yesterday, I was not again able to show that diagram for SCR. Same diagram can be used for SCR also. So we are using here AC signal, and this is the load resistance which is connected to this SCR. Okay, and these are MT2 and MT1 terminal. The gate terminal is given with a rheostat with a pot. The voltages can be changed, right? And this is a switch. This is a voltage which is already applied to the gate terminal, so that this will remain at positive high or negative high, and the SCR will work. Now, this is actually the circuit of our fan regulators that we are using nowadays at our home. If you rotate that pot, accordingly, the AC voltages can be varied. And those AC voltage variation in AC voltage will regulate the speed of the fan. So this is the load resistance that is we are applying in the form of a fan over here. So fan is connected in series with that, and we can regulate our fan speed by using this pot R. Okay, so in this diagram, you are able to see that the all AC signal is being uh, gone through that. The AC current, both the AC signals, AC half cycles are being uh, working on this. The track works in both the signals. This is a small region, theta 1. So this small region is there which it requires that to trigger it, fire it, so that the SCR will work. So this small component is being cut in the output. So this is not being rectified by this track. Even in SCR, we are having that small portion. This small voltage or current is required for the for the triggering of that, for a firing of an SCR or a try, right? So this much of AC signal is being cut short, and that is not being rectified. So this is track operation, and when you see the say the track characteristics, so track characteristics shows you uh, this type of a diagram. So as you remember that the SCR was working in this direction, right? So SCR was working in the first quadrant, and in the reverse direction it was not working. It was showing you the reverse characteristics like a diode, right? But in this case, since we are using two SCRs which are connected and in anti-parallel direction, so we are having both the characteristics over here. So this is the first characteristic by the first SCR, and this is the another characteristic which is shown by the second SCR which is connected back. So all the AC signal is being rectified over here, and it works on that. The characteristics are similar to the positive characteristics of a SCR. Okay, so it will work in that direction. So this is the track characteristics, and both the characteristics with the quadrants it is similar. So one of the SCR is going to work in this quadrant, first quadrant, and the another SCR is going to work in the third quadrant, like that. So if both the AC signals are being say rectified. Now DIAC, what is a DIAC? So DIAC is nothing but diode for alternating current. Now what is a diode? So if you remember the characteristics of a construction of a PNP transistor, so we are having the same PNP transistor type of a construction, but the base which we have taken is being eliminated over here, and this is the DIAC basic construction. So this is what we are having. The symbol is like this. So we are having two diodes which are connected back to back again. So this is PNP, PN, and this is PN. So we are having two diodes. So this is the symbol of DIAC. Means the current is supposed to flow in both the directions, right? Positive half cycle as well as negative half cycle. So a DIAC is a two-terminal, three-layer bidirectional device which can be switched from its off state to on state for either polarity of applied voltage. So in both the applied voltage, it is going to work. Okay. So DIAC is also one of the power devices which we use for power conductions. Power means high voltage and high current. Okay, so I guess you have understood the construction of this DIAC. DIAC is nothing but a transistor type of a structure, PNP transistor type of a structure, in which base is missing. Okay, base is not there. So we are having only two terminals over there. These two terminals are named accordingly. And yeah, these are some of the packages in which it comes in the market. So this is DB3 that we use in our labs. So we, for practical purpose, we use this DB3. So DB3 is one of the DIAC. This is another high package which is having a heat sink, and this is another package. So DIAC comes in these three packages, and then DIAC characteristics. So again, as we have studied the forward bias characteristics of a diode, so similarly, the DIAC also works in this forward region like this, and we'll be having the DIAC working in both the quadrants. Therefore, it is called as AC. So diode in alternating current. That is DIAC. So okay. So this is again the breakover voltage, and this is the forward current that we are having. That is the peak current, and this is the breakover current IBO, and this is minus VBO, that is minus negative breakover voltage. Again, we will having a negative breakover current, or there similarly we'll have a reverse current, reverse peak current over there. So we are having the both the characteristics, that is in the forward bias characteristics or first quadrant characteristics, and the reverse characteristics over there are similar to each other. Okay, so this is the characteristics of a DIAC. This much is only required as far as your syllabus is concerned, right? So DIAC, we are studying it. So let us have some of the applications of DIAC. So DIACs are used primarily for triggering of tracks. Some of the circuit applications of DIAC are lamp dimmer and heat control, right? So this is the application that we call it as a lamp dimmer, right? Now, what is a lamp dimmer? Just imagine. So again, it is a sort of a fan regulator. So we are just regulating the AC voltage or current of a fan. And how we are going to regulate it? We are going to trigger that gate of a triac. So this is a triac connected over here and with a combination of a diac. This is a small circuit where we are using a 230 volt AC with 50 hertz frequency that is at our home, right? And these are the two resistance and capacitance which are connected in parallel to this whole circuit, right? So here, if you increase or decrease the pot, I won't go in depth of the working of this circuit. This is not in your syllabus, but just I'm showing you that as you go on increasing or decreasing this pot R2, accordingly the AC voltage which is moving from this lamp is going to decrease or increase. And as a matter of that, the intensity of lamp can be increased or decreased. That is why it is called as a lamp dimmer, right? So the intensity of light can be dimmed off. So this is a small application of a diac that we are having. And then heat control. So at the same time, we can control the heat. That is in the case of a heater, you connect it to a heater as a load. The same circuit that we have used in the last slide can be used to say control the heat. Okay, so that we call it as a heater, heat control. Okay, so this is a heater which we have connected. Heater, I guess you might not be knowing we are having water heater, or we might having a coil type of a heater where we are able to cook something, right? So that is a heater, and this is connected to a same circuit of the light dimmer, right? So in any case, what we are trying to do is we are just going to control the AC voltage which is supposed to flow through this uh, load, right? And that is how we are connecting this. So this is called as the diet. Then okay, I guess we are not having this today. So thank you for listening. I will just repeat it for you what we have studied today. So we have today studied the track and the diet. Okay, track and diet, and I guess it is visible. Track and DAC. So we'll again begin with that. Track means triode, that is the triode for of alternating current. And the major drawback of an SCR, to eliminate the drawback of an SCR, we are having this. We are having this. We are using this track. Track is nothing but the structure we are having, which we call it as two SCRs connected back to back. Okay, so it is going to work in both half cycles, positive as well as negative half cycles over there. And this is the symbol of a track. MT2 and MT1 are the main terminal 2 and main terminal 1. And these are some of the packages of a track that are available in the market. Then following points are to be worth noting. The track can conduct current with proper gate current regardless of the polarity of the main terminal. So either the polarity is positive or negative, it doesn't make a difference. It is going to work. The track can be turned on either with a positive or a negative voltage at the gate terminal. Like the SCR, once the track is fired, remember, once the track is fired means once the track starts conducting, it's very difficult to switch it off. So for that, we again have to decrease decrease the circuit current to the value of holding current. The main disadvantage of a track is that it has a low current capability, that is around less than 40 amperes, and the voltage capacity is around less than say 600 volts. Okay, these are the points, and this is the operation of a track. This is the connection diagram where we have connected it to a AC source. We have load resistance RL, MT2 and MT1, and the output graph is like this. So some of the portion of AC signal is being say cut short because of the triggering. So it requires some of the holding voltage or current to to come into a conduction portion. Right. So this is the characteristics of a track we are having. This this is as good as the positive characteristics of a SCR. So in both the direction, this is going to show you like this dotted line shows that there is having a breakdown, right? So there is no current, and suddenly the voltage decreases and current increases. So if say the Almighty permits, and if you are able to do the practicals, you might have this type of a graph of a track in both the directions. DIAC is nothing but a two-terminal, three-layer bidirectional device which can be switched or from its off state to on state for either polarity of applied voltage. And it looks like this. It is having a three-layer transistor type of a structure, PNP transistor type of a structure, which is in which base of that transistor is being missing. Right. So this is the basic construction diagram, and this is the symbol of a die. So die comes in this package like this. This is the symbol and this is the package of. And then we are having, these are some of the packages that are available in the market. DB3, we are using it in our practical labs. Okay. Then the diet characteristics we are having. So the diet characteristics are somehow to look like this. So it is going to work in both the direction, positive as well as negative direction as well. Okay. So these are some of the applications: light lamp dimmer and the heat control. So these are some of the applications of that. So by today, thank you very much for joining. We'll be taking this in the last class, I guess. UJT is remained in this topic. So we'll be completing that and we'll be finishing the paper one by say tomorrow, hopefully. So we'll be starting the new syllabus, say paper two or unit one from tomorrow on. If you have any questions, you can ask me right now. Unmute yourself and ask. Thank you. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions? Thank you. Thank you very much for joining. I will be uploading some more videos on my YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. Go through my YouTube channel. Thank you. Stay tuned. Bye. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe. See you in the next class. Good day. Bye.